Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 20th Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic. Let's get this race underway. And we have Fat Angel, Tamarese, and Kirozaka on the inside line. Why, my name, Evo Games, Dr. X, and Driska pushing up through the middle. In the back, we have we got the plebs. We got the odd med, Sloth, and Stitch doth upon you. Terror's Bad and Novato. Bringing up the rear as they work their way down through the first turn of the first lap. The Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic here tonight. Tamarese going to try to take the lead as I go down into the underpass, over into the backstretch with Dr. X right behind in second place, and those two are going to be battling it out for just a while here as we get them situated for the second lap. Evo Games to the inside in third. Fat Angel and Kirozaka battling it out for fourth as they go right down the middle. Odd Med and Why My Name not out yet as they try to keep pace with the rest of the group, but Tamarese is out in front with a decent lead now. Dr. X continues to fall behind. Kirozaka overtakes in third. Evo Games now up in second as they go into the second turn of the first lap of the 20th Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic. Here on the first qualifying heat, Tamarese looking to be strong in first place as they go into the second lap, but Evo Games and Kira are starting to close that line. It's going to be Dr. X to the outside. Fat Angel through the middle. Odd Med coming up towards the inside line with Evo Games racing them there. Fat Angel with a good boost down the middle overtakes Tamarese. Tamarese rolls to the out-hand side, losing all their speed. I don't know what happened to Tamarese. They've got a flat tire. They're stalling out in the middle of the track out of nowhere with no one else able to help them. And it's going to be Fat Angel picking up a huge boost of speed as they cross the line to the second lap going into the first turn. Dr. X comes around in second. Tamarese in third. Death Body in fourth. And Odd Med in fifth place. Kirozaka all the way back in sixth place now. It's been a complete transition. Those in the back are now in front, and those in the front are now in the back. And it looks like it's going to be Fat Angel taking the lead as they go past the the overpass. Whatever it is. The archway. It's Dr. X in second, but they've faltered again. Kirozaka moves up into second place, now going down the middle of the back straight. And it's got to be Fat Angel still out in first place with a huge lead after that boost of speed crossing the line. It's over 100 marbles. Like Kirozaka barely able to keep themselves in frame as Fat Angel goes into the second turn of the second lap, looking to finish out strong without an ounce of competition from the other competitors on the field. Fat Angel round the bend. Kirozaka to the outside. Evil Games to the outside. Death of Body and Tamarese to the inside. Trying to find some way to close the gap on Fat Angel, but it might be too little too late as they go into the final stretch. Kirozaka out on the backhand side. Still more than 100 marble lengths behind, and looks like Fat Angel's leaving them all in the dust. You can't even see him still in frame as the Fat Angel takes the lead right down the middle across the line, leaving the other competitors in the dust. Could be a full 5-second lead for Fat Angel there, crossing the line in first place, soundly winning the first qualifying heat of the night. And that is going to set the pace for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to need to pick it up if we're going to be able to keep up with the efforts of Fat Angel. Good Lord. That was a 3-second lead right there on the first race. You guys need to pick up the pace. You got to get some competition going here. Get him in, ladies and gentlemen. Get him in. 1 minute on the clock. Woo-hoo. All right, get them in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for being here. Hope you're enjoying yourselves here on the Shenanigans Derby Classic. We do this every Monday after Record Hunters. Nice way to round out the day. No scheduled stream tomorrow. No scheduled stream Wednesday. No scheduled stream Thursday. Ask a Builder Anything is now Fridays, 2 p.m. 1 hour track. I don't know why my camera's low. There we go. Much better. Someone must have bumped it. Anyway. Yeah. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, the second... Whoops, I forgot to update the thing. And the marbles are off, and the mouse and everything. It's a disaster. Fantastic. Slow it down. Speed it up. Move the camera. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the second qualifying heat of the evening. Dr. X of Amigos, Kirozaka, Scoreboard, Med, Terror's Bad, Evil Games, Offense, Sip Chillin', Spoon Tree, Tamarese, Roska, Why My Name, Death About You. Working their way around that first bend as they go into the backstretch of the first lap of the second qualifying heat of the evening. Dr. X takes a little bit of a lead as they go towards the outside line. Terror's Bad trying to hold in second. Kirozaka, Spoontree battling for third. Ophelia and Scorbell on the outside. Switching around for fifth place. Terror's Bad has a lead by a nose ahead of Dr. X, but Dr. X is starting to have some trouble keeping pace with Kirozaka, who's coming up strong from behind. Spoontree moves around in fourth place, coming up through the middle line. Terror's Bad chases to the inside. Dr. X swings wide before the second turn, and it's all going to come down to the lines as they work their way down into the second lap. Dr. X retakes the lead. Kirozaka up slightly more inside. Spoontree and Tara's Bad pushing the advantage. Tara's Bad got a very good line coming through that turn. Kira pushes Dr. X from behind. Tara's Bad tries to overtake with a swipe across the front line, but that's going to cause him to slow down just a little bit. And Sip Chillin makes a move, and they're going to be 4 wide as they go to cross the line into the second lap, with Sip Chillin starting to take a lead. Is Spoontree back in 5th place now. Oddmed peering up through the middle. They get a huge push of speed near 9 to qualify for yet another Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic. I think they've qualified in every one they've competed in, and they're looking to do the same here right now. Sip Chillin moves to the outside line of the first turn, looking to hold that first place position and keep Oddmed at bay, but Oddmed's got a good run in that middle, and they're going to try to push through as they go into the back stretch of the second lap. Dr. X and Tara's Bad side by side as they go third through the archway. Hirazaga holding 5th for now, but starting to get a good boost of speed on the outside line. Sip Chillin in 1st place. Oddmed about 50 marble lengths behind, trying to hold 2nd. Dr. X and Hirazaga now in 4th place, or 3rd place, with Tara's Bad back in 5th. And Sip Chillin moves to the outside with a weird line. Oddmed going to try to get a slightly better line, both coming around with a very high line on that last turn of this second lap. And it's all going to come down to the final sprint. Sip Chillin to the inside, Oddmed to the outside, both going as fast as they can. Dr. X comes up from behind. Hirazaga in 4th. Tara's Bad in 5th, and Death About You in 6th place, working their way through, but Sip Chillin continues to boost their speed straight away the cross, and I think Oddmed's not up for the challenge just quite yet. They're going to need another lap to warm up, and Sip Chillin is going to defend the victory there with a good 60 to 70 marble length lead, crossing the line. Another no contest, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure what's going on. Everyone's just taking turns right now. Not too many people hungry for the victories just quite yet. Does anyone else want to try, or are we just going to do this all night? Just going to do this all night? We're going to get some real races going? Or are we just going to do this one? Get him in, ladies and gentlemen. Get him in. 1 minute on the clock. That's good. Sharka Kane, welcome in. Good to have you here. Scorba Kraken, hello. 30 seconds, get your marbles in for the 3rd qualifying heat of the evening. Spooky Boost, welcome back. Good to have you here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got 16 marbles on the track for the 3rd qualifying of the evening. Fat Angel and Sip Chillin, the 2 qualified so far. 8 more spots remain for the Dectuple Bandana. Let's see what's going to happen as the marbles scramble across the start line. On the bottom, we got Novato, Sip Chillin, and Oddmed. On the top, Spooky Moose, Scorba, Dr. X, and Evo Games. Lots of scrambling for position as the marbles get started here. Anyway. Working the way down into the first turn of the first lap. Sloth and Stitch moves up towards the middle. Novato going to join him. It's going to be Droska and Scorba on the outside. Lots of other rebels keeping pace for now. Holding a little further back as they work their way into the backstretch. Droska, Scorba, and Novato. 3 wide as they go through the arch. Sloth and Stitch going to be in the mix as well. Looks like it's going to be Oddmed, Spooky Moose, Kirizaka, Dr. X, and Spoontree. 5 wide as they cross the archway, battling it out for 5th place. As Scorba takes a little bit of a lead by about 12 to 15 marble lengths up to the inside line. Novato comes around in 2nd. Sloth and Stitch in 3rd with Droska in the mix as well. Droska moves to the outside. Scorba to the middle, and Novato up through the inside line. Sloth and Stitch holding steady for now, but back in the 4th place. Oddmed, another good boost of speed. They might be looking to make a move here on this 3rd qualifying heat of the evening, with Novato and Scorba battling it out in the front. It's Droska now making a move as they come out for the turn with a pretty good line. Sloth and Stitch makes a move for 4th place. Spoontree and Oddmed still battling it out in the middle, with Novato out in front by about 20 to 30 lengths. It's Strahuska to the inside. Sloth and Stitch to the outside. Now overtaking. It looks like Scorba goes back and falls, and looks like Oddmed's going to overtake into 4th. Novato holding 1st for now, but just barely as they cross the line into the 2nd lap. Sloth and Stitch makes a good boost of speed toward the outside. Novato trying to race them to there, with Strahuska cutting strong to the inside with Death Up On You. Oddmed, Spoontree, and Evil Games battling it out for 4th place going into that first major turn of the 2nd lap. Sloth and Stitch and Novato making their moves as they hold 1st place. Droska still in it in 3rd as they go through the archway, and it is going to be Sloth and Stitch ahead by a nose. A collision between Novato and Sloth and Stitch. It was an equal exchange of blows. Sloth and Stitch a lot worse for wear is going to drift towards the middle, but Droska is going to push him back towards the outside. Novato cuts strong and inside, and Novato's going for Droska this time, and Novato's got a taste for blood, and they like it, and they're looking looking to take out a couple more competitors on this qualifying race. Druska running for their lives now as they go to the outside. Soft and Stitch recovered from the blow. Both coming through. Odd Med looking to swing for it as well. Comes around in third with a good line on the time. And it's going to be 4 wide as we go to the final stretch. Druska, Soft and Stitch, Dr. X, and Odd Med all battling it out for first place as they go into this final stretch. Odd Med needs a good bounce. No, oh my goodness. Odd Med completely botches the dismount off of the wall, and they've completely smashed their front end in. And their car is a complete wreck as Soft and Stitch puts the speed on Druska, crossing the line in first place. Druska trying to represent the mods, but not up to the dash just quite yet. Soft and Stitch with the victory, and look at Odd Med just scraping across a giant heap of wreckage. Finally makes it across in the line in probably 11th or 12th place. It was not good. Soft and Stitch, though, takes the victory. And that will qualify them for the Dectuple Bandana at the end of the night. Stitch. Not stick. Stitch. I had to spell that 3 times before I got it right. All right, folks, get your marbles in the 4th qualifying heat of the evening. Hope you're all having some fun here tonight. Let's do this. Twisted Indie. Well done today. What were the final scores? Was it Lug, Senshin, me, Cam, Decimate? What was that? Does that sound right? 20 seconds, get your bobs in, let's go. Alright, folks, here we go. 10 seconds on the clock. Let's get these marbles on their way. Here we go. The 4th qualifying heat of the evening. You're good, Twisted Idiot. I'm fine. I'll catch up next week. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 16 marbles for the 4th qualifying heat of the evening. Ryan and Twisted Indie up through the middle. Spooky Boost trying to join him. Soft and Stitch to the out end side. Druska, Evo Games still looking to place here. They've put up some good fights so far, but looks like they have to keep fighting if they want to get the victory here tonight. Ryan, well out in front right now, but let's see what happens as they make their way through that first turn of the first lap of the 4th qualifying heat. Ryan's going to have a little bit of trouble going towards the inside. Twisted Indie with a good boost of speed to the outside. Looks like Scarves and Odd Med going to try to join him, and Odd Med still pushing up front, but just can't quite catch that lucky break that they're looking for just quite yet. Ryan is going to take the lead there as they go to the outside, now cutting to the inside in first place by about 50 marble lengths. Twisted Indie holding second as they go through in that backstretch line. Scorba, Spooky Moose, Odd Med, Spoontree, all weaving and bobbing, trying to find the best line into the second turn as we go through into the second lap. Ryan going high on the outside. Looks like Twisted Indie's going to get a slightly better line, but can they keep the speed as they go through the turn? It's going to be Ryan to the inside, Twisted Indie outside, Scorba coming up through in third. It's Spooky Moose and Evo Games holding 4th place for now with more marbles coming up through the pack, but Ryan's got a good lead now. It's about 70 to 80 marble lengths. Scorba trying to close the gap as they go through on the outside line, and Scorba's got a good boost of speed as they push into the second lap. Ryan in first, Scorba in second, Twisted Indie in third, Spooky Moose back in 4th place now. Looks like it's going to be Odd Med in 5th place, not out yet, but it looks like Ryan's lead is continuing to increase, now over 100 lengths as they go to the first turn of the second lap, but Spooky Moose is looking to cut it off with a pretty good line themselves. Odd Med moves up in through into 3rd place. Other marbles coming up into the fray with Twisted Indie, Druska, and Kirizalka still at it. But Ryan's lead continues to be holding steady as they go into the back stretch of the second lap. Just half a lap to go here on the 4th qualifier. Scarbo moves up into second. Odd Med, Twisted Indie, and Spooky Moose all 3 wide as they go through the archway. Ryan holds the lead for now, but Scarbo's starting to close the gap as Ryan's lead is now down to only about 80 lengths. Scarbo moves to the outside. Ryan cutting up through the middle. It's going to be Twisted Indie holding 3rd for now. The other marbles coming through. Kirizalka with a good boost of speed to the inside, but it might be too little too late for Kira. But look at Twisted Indie putting a huge boost of speed. Closes the gap on Scorba and now closing the gap on Ryan. And it could all come down to this final turn. Ryan had a comfortable lead, but Twisted Indie's just rocketing through like it's absolutely nothing. Scorba's trying to hold the pace as well. Both coming through 2 wide in second place. Twisted Indie, good boost of speed as they dismount the turn. Scorba tries to hold in second place. Ryan starting to falter. Twisted Indie to Scorba closing the gap over and over again, but I think Ryan's lead was a little too much for them to overtake in just half a lap. They should have struck a little sooner. They could have had it, but no, Ryan holds the position with that beautiful large lead through the beginning of the race, and it was enough to last them the rest of the race. The other marbles going to have to do a little bit better on their timing if they want to overtake someone as experienced as Ryan out here on the field. I hear you, Odd Med. Doesn't make you a jerk. Makes you an adult. It makes you an adult. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the 5th qualifying heat. Here we go. Get him in. This will end the first half of the qualifiers, ladies and gentlemen. So get him in. Max Life, good to have you here. Cooked Rice, welcome back. Huh. Interesting. So Twisted Indie, I see the track. I think there needs to be small boosts. Oh, good lord. I think there needs to be small boosts so that the lead is more obvious. But, we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We've got 19 marbles on the track, ready to go through the 5th qualifying heat of the evening. Ahmed takes the lead as I go through that archway out of the first turn. Fat Angel in second place, Spoon Tree in third, Cooked Rice, Novana by my name, Max Slave. Looks like it's going to be Tambourine, Spooky Boost, and Dr. X all battling for second place right now. Fat Angel holding second, but just by a nose. Ahmed with a good 20 to 30 marble length lead on the out-hand side as they go through into the second turn. Fat Angel comes around in second, Max Life in third, Spoon Tree in fourth place. All the marbles starting to assume positions as they go through. Ahmed holds a good line on the outside. Max Life coming through in second. Fat Angel in third. Cooked Rice in fourth. And there's going to be a lot of changing of positions as they go through into the final stretch of the first lap. But Ahmed's continuing to push their advantage as they go through with a good 80 to 90 marble length lead, looking across the line in first place with a huge advantage for the second lap. Max Life tries to hold second. Cooked Rice in third, and a giant scramble of marbles battling it out for fourth as they cross the line about 6 wide. It's going to be Ahmed with a huge lead again. Once again, out in front. They've been able to place every single competition they've been in, and this is looking to be yet another one falling into form here for Ahmed. Goes through the first start of the second lap, loses a little bit of distance there on Max Life. Max Life giving it their all. Ahmed slowing down, might be saving up for one last boost at the end. Their lead down to about 60 to 70 marble lengths now. Max Life cuts to the inside. Ahmed holds the middle as the other marbles continue to struggle to keep pace. It's going to be Spooky Boost, Roska, and Why My Name battling it out for third as they go through the middle. Ahmed back towards the middle line with Max Life to the outside. Max Life banking on a good line here to get themselves ahead of Ahmed in the final turn. And it looks like it could all come down to the final stretch. Max Life, good boost of speed. Ahmed continuing to slow down. Max Life overtakes Ahmed through the turn on the outside. I've never seen a line or speed like that in my life. And a very aggressive play there by Max Life. And it looks like Ahmed's not going to have it as they go through into the outside line with a good boost of speed. Max Life cuts to the middle. Both of them trying to find that perfect line to get themselves in with a good advantage. Ahmed, more boost of speed to secure it. And Ahmed shaken a little bit there by Max Life, but they definitely timed that perfectly. They slowed down at the first beginning of the second lap to get a little bit of recovery, and then they had enough in the tank to give it one last gusto at the end, and it paid off. So the experience of Ahmed showing in spades right there, outperforming the other competitors, especially Max Life, who thought they could pull a fast one on him, but Ahmed saw it coming and they were ready. And that's going to get Ahmed qualified once again for their third or fourth Dectuple Bandana. Bit of a ringer here. Cooked Rice. This is how it works. Or, you know, anyone watching, this is how it works. This is the Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic. We do this every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. 10 qualifying heats. First place from each race advances to the Dectuple Bandana race at the end. Winner of that race becomes the Dectuple Bandana champion, gets to make a command of the week for the channel for the week. And there's a betting period on the final race. If you bet correctly on the winner of the final race, you get VIP for a week. Hey, that's something. Yeah. We've done 5 so far. Fat Angel, Sip Chill, and Sloth and Stitch, Ryan, and Ahmed have all qualified. 5 more spots remain. We shall see who will be victorious. All right, let's do it. Yes, Cat, how can I help you? How can I help you? Well, okay then. All right, gentlemen, here we go. 18 marbles for the 6th qualifying. The initial scramble across the line gets it started with Cybernetic Kraken, Spooky Boots, Risco, Tabarys, Dr. X's Bootry, trying to find a position in the middle. Twisted Nitty is going to join up. Sloth and Stitch to the outside, even though they've already qualified. Dr. X looking to make a move to the inside line as well. More marbles moving to the outside, but it looks like they've got a bit of a slow start. And we'll see what position the marbles in as they go through the first turn into the backstretch of the first lap of the 6th qualifying heat of the evening. Looks like it's going to be Drohuska and Twisted Indy battling it out for first. Dr. X wants to get in the action as well. Sloth and Stitch from the outside to the inside. Kraken falls back to 5th. Twisted Indy overtakes now in first place with Drohuska in 2nd, trying to represent the mods. And Dr. X in 3rd. Cybernetic Kraken and Drohuska might be trying to strategize something here to get a mod placed in this race. But right now, Twisted Indy and Dr. X are putting a bit of a wrench in the works. It's going to be Dr. X to the outside. Twisted Indy to the inside. Drohuska cutting in through the middle as well. Scarborough on the outside coming through that second turn of the first lap. And let's see what happens on the scramble here as they go into the final stretch of the first lap. It looks like Dr. X is barely holding on to the lead. It's Twisted Indy, Drohuska, Scarborough, and Sloth and Stitch 5 wide as they go into the backstretch here, and it's all going to come down to who's got the best line. Dr. X to the outside with a good boost of speed. Scarborough to the middle with Drohuska as well. Twisted Indy and Sloth and Stitch moving to the inside line, looking to be in good position as they cross the line, but look at the speed of Dr. X. They're continuing to push the advantage. They've gone from a neck-and-neck race to about 100 marble-length lead in just one straightaway, and Dr. X is putting the pedal to the metal right now. All speed on the track, leaving nothing behind. And this could be a good move by Dr. X. Goes through the turn without a care in the world. Drohuska, Scarborough, and Sloth and Stitch battling for second now as they go through the archway. Spoontree and Twisted Indy not going to be too far behind, but they are miles behind Dr. X, who continues to floor it across the track. Make sure they don't push too hard. They might burn out and stall at the last half. Scarborough, Drohuska, and Sloth and Stitch trying to find some way to catch Dr. X, but Dr. X is not letting up. They're just pushing it with all they've got. They might even going for a world record here. Merlin Milk with the ultimate record of 103. I think the fastest time we've ever seen was just under 106. It was 105.8 if I recall correctly. And we're going to see if Dr. X can put that time to shame right now. Dr. X just floored it across the gap. Sloth and Stitch in 2nd, Twisted Indy in 3rd. It's all Dr. X all the way, coming down the straightaway, looking for a beautiful time that might be just under 107 right now. And Dr. X crosses the line, 107.3 or so. Beautiful time by Dr. X, and not an ounce of competition from anyone else behind. Sloth and Stitch already qualified, just holding pace in 2nd, and it looks like Scarborough in 3rd. Well behind the competition. And another blowaway for the finishers here. It seems like everyone's taking their turns here. It was a 2.5 second lead on 3rd place there by Dr. X. Woof. What's the Tilt tournament? Still waiting to finalize. Still waiting to finalize. Alright, this song is getting on my nerves. Give me a better song. Give me a better song. There we go. Alright, folks. Here we go. The 6th qualifying, or 7th? 7th qualifying heat. Let's do this. Get your marbles in. The command of the week is any text command. You can see what it is down below in the announcements, in the panels. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. You get him in. Caesar Case in. Hope all's going well. Algren, hello, welcome in. He's a good guy. And CC Kinnison with the raid. You guys just missed out, but don't worry, we still have 3 more qualifying races to finish up. 18 marbles on the track as all the marbles go through. It's going to be me forgetting to put it in fastest slow motion, and it looks like it's going to be Kraken, Evo Games, Tamarys, Algren, and Spooky Moose battling for position as they go through the first major turn. The other marbles making their way around as well. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a hodgepodge as they go through into the backstretch across the archway. But Kraken gets a pretty good line going to the outhand side of the backstretch. Tamrays in second. Evil Games and Spooky Moose battling for third. Death Upon You in fourth or fifth as they go into the backstretch now. Kraken having trouble holding the lead, trying to represent the mods here, but Tamrays giving a good run for their money. Number 42 versus 142. A little bit of a battle here as they work their way down to the second turn. Spooky Moose putting a little bit more speed on it as well, trying to close the gap and make their way through into the second lap. Tamrays is still in first. Spooky Moose holding second for now, but Kraken's got a pretty good line, trying to overtake as they go around the bend. Tamrays in first as they go through into the final stretch of the first lap. Looks like Kraken holding second just barely. Spooky Moose puts a move, tries to overtake now in second. Hybrid Kraken in third. Looks like Death Upon You back and forth with CC Kinnison holding fifth place, trying to get that Raider boost, but it's not coming through just quite yet. Tamrays puts the accelerator down, and they're going to blast ahead of us across the line into first place now. Spooky Moose struggling to keep a pace, and look at Tamrays now getting up to a quarter track lead as they go to the first turn of the second lap. Spooky Moose in second, Death Upon You in third. Kraken nowhere to be seen. Droska just picking up the rear as well, and Tamrays is just continuing to run away with it here, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to be yet another runaway victory here tonight. We've seen a bunch of them so far, and it looks like Tamrays is about to make it one more. Spooky Moose in second with a barely 100 marble length lead, keeping a pace. Death Upon You back in third place, even further behind with Fat Angel trying to overtake as well. Tamrays just now comfortably coasting on their lead as they go through the second turn of the second lap. Spooky Moose holding second, barely as they hold on through as they go into this final lap. Tamrays out in front without any competition around them. They could probably walk to the finish line at this point without any care in the world. Fat Angel and Odd Med try to cut off towards the middle, but I don't think it's going to be working. It's too little too late. Spooky Moose trying to hold second. Fat Angel does overtake into second place now, but it's still miles behind. Tamrays is just crushing it through the course. Moving their way through the final stretch. Fat Angel now in second. Odd Med trying to hold third. Tamrays all the way. Tamrays all the way. 106. Is this going to be the fastest time of the night? It is. It's the fastest time of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Tamrays 106.6 or so. Fat Angel in second. Odd Med in third. Spooky Moose finishing up in fourth as the mods finally cross the line. But Tamrays will advance. To the Dectuple Bandana. 106.5. Whew. Good time. Good time. It happens, Doom. It happens. Alright, gentlemen, here we go. This is the 8th qualifying heat of the evening. 3 qualifying heats left to go. Still plenty of chances to place. So far, Fat Angel, Septone, Sloth and Stitch, Ryan, Oddman, Dr. X, and Tamrays have qualified. For those of you just joining in that don't know how this works, this is the Shenanigans Bravo Derby Classic. 10 qualifying heats. First place from each qualifying heat advances to the final race, the Dectuple Bandana. Winner of that race gets to make a command of the week for the channel. And there's a betting period on the final race. If you bet correctly on the winner, you'll get to be VIP for a week. Exclamation point VIP in the chat if you want to know what that means for this channel. 1 minute on the clock. Get your marbles in. Red Rider Ayame. Finally joining back in on the Derby action. Ready to go. Lepoli. Didn't know Lepoli was streaming. Good stuff. 30 seconds, here we go. Get your models in. And thank you all for coming out. Thank you again, CC Condition, for the raid. Hope things went well. Let's do this. Chugga-choo. Will the mods place tonight? Kraken and Droska have been struggling to keep pace, but they have been up in the top 10s. Let's find out in the next 3 laps. 25 marbles here for the 8th qualifying heat of the evening. Let's get the race underway. The initial scramble across the line. Lots of marbles going for the inside and middle right now. Just why my name's Spoontree are Adrian and Doom on the outside line. Droska with a good boost of speed up towards the middle. And this could be the moment the mods decide to strike. Why my name up in second. Look, a good line around the turn. Looking to overtake Droska, who's having trouble keeping the pace right now. But we'll see what happens as they go through that first turn and come out of the back stretch on the other side. Why my name is going to be in first place. Droska holding second, 3 wide with Adrian, Sloth, and Fat Angel. 4 wide now, 5 wide now as Tara's Bad comes up through as well. But looks like Joska took a couple blows across the face as they whipped their way across the line, and they're going to fall back into 8th or 9th place right there. And it looks like Why My Name is deciding to strike here on the 8th qualifying heat of the evening. They're going to be 90 marble lengths, maybe 100 ahead of Fat Angel. Soft and Stitch up in 3rd. Tara's Bad in 4th, and Scorb in 5th place. And we're going to see what happens as the marbles go through. Sloth and Stitch and Fat Angel have already qualified, so they're just in it for the fun right now. Tara's Bad might be able to qualify here, but they're going to need a lot more speed to catch up with Why My Name. And it looks like Scorb is going to try to make a push as well. Why My Name still in front by over 100 lengths. They're going to cross the line in 1st place with a very comfortable lead. Tara's Bad and Sloth and Stitch making a move now. Looks like Tara's Bad's not going to give up yet. Scorb holding 4th for now. Fat Angel falls back, wants to save it for the final race. But Why My Name now continuing to push through. Sloth and Stitch is going to try to shake them up just a little bit as they go to the out-hand side. Why My Name in 1st. Sloth and Stitch who's already qualified in 2nd. Tara's Bad in 3rd. So Sloth and Stitch not in the qualifier here, but it looks like Max Life is going to try to make a move as well. Why My Name looking to go through into the 2nd lap in 1st place, but Sloth and Stitch has really closed the gap, trying to win by intimidation right now. Tara's Bad in 3rd, hoping something happens to Why My Name, but they're going to need a miracle at this point. They're over 100 marble lengths behind as they go through the back stretch of the 2nd lap, and Why My Name continues to push the advantage with a good boost of speed. Sloth and Stitch deciding to save it for the final race, and that's a wise decision as Why My Name is completely uncatchable at this point, whipping around the 2nd bed, and ladies and gentlemen, it's another runaway victory. It's getting a little monotonous, to be honest. I'd like to see a bit more competition out on the field, but looks like everyone's just taking their turns here, not wanting to do anything too aggressive, and just going to save it for the final race. And we'll have to hope the final race is going to be a bit more exciting, because Why My Name with a 100 marble length lead crosses the line in the 8th qualifier of the night, and that's going to do it for the race. Whew. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what y'all agreed upon before this happened, but it's not making for good content, I'll tell you right now. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. The mods could definitely up the game for sure. 106.2, another fastest time set tonight. The Living Laser 2 seconds behind. I expect better of you guys. I think our closest race has been like 1.5 seconds between 1st and 2nd. It's disgusting. The mods place almost every single derby. But now they've only got 2 chances. I think there was only 1 derby the mods didn't place out of all 20. All right, gentlemen, the 9th qualifying heat. Get your marbles in, 1 minute on the clock. The 8 qualifiers so far: Fat Angel, Sip, Chillin', Sloth and Stitch, Ryan, Oddman, Dr. X, Tambourines, and Why My Name. We'll see what happens going forward. And again, thank y'all for joining in tonight, winding down the fun. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Ooh. We will wrap this up with the final race, and then... Wait, what now? I know he's stepping down, but I don't think they're... Are they looking for someone to... Are they looking for someone to take his place? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got 25 marbles all crossing the line. Looking to go into the 9th qualifying even just this race and the race after to qualify. So only 2 more chances. Let's see who's going to make a move. We got Twisted Indy, Robo, Cody, Droska, Scorba, Adrian, Orda, and Evil Games. None of which I think have qualified just quite yet, so it's going to be a bit of a free-for-all coming through the first turn as we go through the first lap of the 9th qualifying heat of the evening. Evil Games now out in front, but looks like Kira, Zalka, Droska, Kraken all trying to make something happen as we go into the backstretch of the first lap. Sloth and Stitch just wanting to flex their muscle here as they go through in first place by a nose. Droska in second, looking to represent the mods. Emmy Thingy, Algren, and Kira Zalka all battling for third. Sloth and Stitch gives Kira Zalka a swift punch to the face, and Kira's going to fall back into 5th place. Some dirty play from someone who's already qualified. You hate to see him picking clicking on the one stitch trying to make it happen. But Kira's not out yet, and they're going to overtake Sloth and Stitch and try to get him back at their own game. Kirazaka now determined more than ever after that blow to the face to just put it into Sloth and Stitch and just get themselves up in front as best as possible. Jaruska holding first for now, but they've lost it as they go into the backstretch of the first lap. Anything out in first. Algren trying to overtake Jaruska in second as they crash to the in-hand side. Kirazaka holding fourth for now, but Sloth and Stitch just not letting him go just quite yet. And 5 marbles crossing that starting line, and Kira with a good boost of speed up into third as they go to the inside line. Emmy thinking in first, but now Kirazaka and Sloth and Stitch both making moves as they go through this turn. Kira's going to be a little bit high, trying to get a good inside line as they go through into the backstretch of the second lap, but as Emmy thingy's still out in front. Algren and Sloth and Stitch try to get a good collision on the outside line. Emmy thingy collides to the outside, loses all momentum, and Algren's going to take the opportunity to overtake, but Jahuska's not done yet, and they're going to try to push through into fourth place as they go on the inside line. Algren in the middle. It's going to be Emmy thingy in second. Sloth and Stitch in third. Jahuska in fourth. Kira finally succumbing to her injuries and going to fall back into fifth place and just not give it a go here. Emmy thingy now up in second. It looks like Jahuska's falling behind, hopelessly out of contest, and Algren and Emmy thingy going to be battling it out as they go through the final turn of the second lap of the 9th qualifying heat of the evening. Can Algren hold it all the way to the end? We're going to find out in just a moment. Algren cuts to the middle. Emmy thingy cuts to the out-hand side. Sloth and Stitch, Jahuska, Spooky Moose trying to close up the gap from the middle, and here we go. It's going to be a bit of a free-for-all. Emmy thingy with a good boost of speed overtakes Algren as they go down. Sloth and Stitch, who's already qualified, just going in for the fun of it. Hopefully they're saving something for the final race, but it doesn't matter. Emmy thingy's pushed ahead of Algren. Uncatchable as they go through the final stretch. Algren outraced by Emmy thingy to the finish line. Emmy thingy taking the victory, and Emmy thingy will be the second to last marble to qualify for the Dectuple Bandana. All right, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The final chance to qualify for the Dectuple Bandana. Now or never. Will the mods strike? That's the question. Will the mods strike? Let's go! 1 minute on the clock. The final race. Get your marbles in. Let's do it. Ginger root doesn't belong in an Italian dish. Not necessarily. Depends on the dish. Depends on the dish. You said you were doing zucchini lasagna, so you probably need some spices to replace the lack of savory elements, right? Because you're not going to have the starch of the noodle, and I assume you're probably not doing meat, or are you doing meat? Is this a low carb or a veggie? What's the structure of this dish? Not that it matters, we got a race to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dectuple Bandana last qualifying race. 23 marbles on the track. Let's see who's going to be able to take the victory here. Looks like it's going to be Robo, Cootie, Fat Angel, CC, Kennison, Scorba, Sip, Chillin, Ryan, Adrian, Aurora, and Twisted Idiot in the action as well. All going through the first turn of the last qualifying heat of the night. Let's see who's going to be able to come out on top as they go through into the back stretch. Looks like it's going to be Sip, Chillin, Scorba, Adrian, Rorda, and Spoontree. Looks like CC, Kennison, and Ryan in the mix as well. 5 wide, 6 wide as they cross the archway. Spoontree gets a good boost out in front. CC Kennison using that Raider boost finally to their advantage. Now up in second, but looks like anything is just out there for the fun of it. Going to try to challenge Spooky Moose as they go to the out-hand side. Adrian Rorda tries to get through with a good line in second place. CC Kennison falls back into third. Sip Chillin in sixth now as Twisted Indian Ryan come up through the middle. Adrian Rorda tries to make a move on that outside line. Anything going to cut ahead, and looks like anything he just wants to be in the competition spirit as they go through off of their qualifying race. Adrian Rorda makes a move to the outside. In first place, Spoontree tries to hold second. Anything now pushing a chase on rear gin, and looks like anything is just going to go for it. Is anything just trying to win 2 in a row and intimidate the competition here with a strong back-to-back performance, or are they foolishly burning themselves out for nothing here, not saving it for the final race? We're going to find out as time unfolds. Twisted Indy in second, CC in third. The big pack of marbles in front is now falling back into fourth place as they go to the inside line in the second lap, and Twisted Indy's going to make a move on everything as they go wide on the outside of the first turn of the second lap, and Twisted Indy could be pushing first by the time they get through the final the backstretch of the second lap. Everything he's in first, but just by about 10 lengths. It's going to be Twisted Indy in second, CC Kennison in third, Spooky Moose in fourth place, and Spooky Moose putting the moves on CC Kinnison, and there's a side-by-side collision and exchange of blows. It was like a samurai duel there with blades flashing side to side, sparks coming out of the metal, and it looks like Spooky Moose is going to come out on top, and CC Kinnison respectfully bows back into 5th place with Spoontree moving out the on inside in 4th. Twisted Indy overtakes Anythingy deciding to save it for the final race, and Twisted Indy could be the one to qualify here if they can just keep the competition at bay. It's going to be Spoontree out in 3rd. Spooky Moose and CC Kinnison not done yet, and we're into the final stretch. Twisted Indy gets a good boost of speed and gets a good collision on the outside line. Spoontree trying to hold 2nd, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch Twisted Indy. Twisted Indy's just flooring it now, giving it all they've got to cross the line and hold on to the lead, and I think Twisted Indy might have done it. And ladies and gentlemen, for the 2nd time only in Dectuple Bandana history, no mods will be qualifying, and Twisted Indy secures the final position for the Dectuple Bandana. Well, there you have it. Why is the music so bad tonight? All right, folks, we got a little bit of, we got some stuff to do, so bear with us here. Hopefully I didn't spell any names wrong. Hi folks, here's how this works. Here's how this works. We're gonna give everybody no points. Ugh. So everyone's got a point now. We're going to post a bet in chat. Spell the names as they appear in the chat message. If I misspelled them, you just got to do it as is. Okay. Hope I did that right. There it is. So again, spell the names as they appear in the list. Exclamation point bet space 1 space your choice. And we'll go over the favorites as the votes come in. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Hope you had some fun. We do this every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Reminder, winner of this race gets to make a command of the week for the channel for the week, and anyone who bets correctly on the winner gets VIP for the week. All right, let's see where our standings are right now. Sip Chillin'. Actually, I should always do it this way. I always do it the wrong way. We need to do it the other way. All right, Sip Chillin', one of our dark horses, standing at just 1 bet. Twisted Indy also standing at 1, and Dr. Rex also standing at 1. Fat Angel also at 1 bet. Slightly more favored, Emmy Thingy and Odd Med with 2 votes each. Sloth and Sitch slightly more favored with 3. Tamariz with 4. And Why My Name, their first appearance in the Derby scene, the clear fan favorite with 5 votes right now. Strangely, Odd Med, who has never not qualified, only sitting at 2 votes. I would put my money on Odd Med. It's about time they broke through on this one. We'll see. We shall see, I guess. Odd Med won the 16th Derby. Trying to see if anyone else has won one already. Is there any other returning champion? No. 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 I feel like Ryan could have... Oh, it was Chide that won one, not Ryan. Yep. Odd Med is the only returning champion, and no one has ever won the Derby more than once. Which is also crazy. So there you have it. All right, folks, here we go. Is the betting closed? Is the betting closed? Not yet. Will be soon. And again, thank y'all for being here. Hope you had a fun time. We'll see who the champion of the 20th Dectuple Bandana is. Do, 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 do. All right, folks, we're ready. Again, thank y'all for coming out tonight. Hope you had some fun. Here we go. The 20th Dectuple Bandana Champion race. The 10 marbles ready to give it their all. Oddmed, Fat Angel, Twisted Indy, Emmy Thingy, Why My Name, Dr. X, Tamarice, Sloth and Stitch, Ryan, and Sip Chillin'. Here we go, and the marbles are off. 10 marbles scrambling across the starting line. Emmy Thingy to a very bad start. And they're going to have some ground to make up as they work their way through the first minor turn. Fat Angel tries to take the early lead on the inside. Sip Chillin' to the outside. Oddmed, the returning champion, in third. Dr. X in fourth. Sloss and Stitch in fifth. Twisted Idiot 6th. Why My Name in seventh. Tamari, Emily Thingy, and Ryan battling it out to not be last as they go through the first minor turn. Sip Chillin's going to have a good lead as they go into the first straightaway. It's going to be Fat Angel up in second. Oddmed in third. All coming down the straightaway into the first major turn, and we'll see what happens as the marbles go through. Sip Chillin's got a good 80 to 90 normally league right out of the gate. And Sip Chillin's putting a strong move, but will they have enough to get themselves through the second lap? We will find out as this race continues. Sip Chillin' in first place. Oddmed makes a move in second. Fat Angel in third. Dr. X in fourth with a good line to the outside. Sloth and Stitch, Twisted Indy, Why My Name, all trying to make something happen. Tamari's Everything and Ryan still battling not to be last as they go through the first major turn. And it's going to be Sip Chillin' out in front still with a good 100 marble length lead in first place. Oddmed in second, battling with Dr. X and Fat Angel trying to hold that third and fourth place position. But Sip Chillin' just crushing it right now. But they've taken an outside line on the second minor turn, and this could be an issue as the other marbles are going to have a chance to close the gap. And there goes Oddmed with a good boost, closing the gap down to about 90 marble lengths. Oddmed moves through to second with a pretty good line. It's going to be Fat Angel, Dr. X, and Why My Name, 3 wide as they cross the archway, and they're going to move through the back stretch here in third place, battling it out. Sip Chillin' tries to retake the lead as they go to the inside of the last major turn. It's going to be Oddmed trying to hold second as they cut through with a pretty good line. Dr. X and Why My Name making a move with Fat Angel as well. And those 3 marbles battling it out for third as Oddmed continues to close the gap on Sip Chillin'. Sip Chillin' might have gone a little too hard in the beginning. Their 100 marble length leads now down to about 60, and Oddmed still gaining with a good boost of speed. Dr. X, Fat Angel, Why My Name, and Twisted Indy giving it their all. Fat Angel takes a good boost, overtakes Dr. X, narrowly avoiding the collision, and Fat Angel might be catching up from behind as well. Sip Chillin' crosses the line in first place as they start the second lap, but Oddmed's going to make a move to the outside line. Fat Angel makes a move in third, closing the gap on Oddmed. Why My Name going to try to pick up after Fat Angel in fourth place, and it looks like Twisted Indy's fallen out of competition completely. Sip Chillin' tries to get another good line on the outside of the first turn, but Oddmed closes the gap once again, back to about 70 marble lengths going through the first major straightaway. Fat Angel in third, Why My Name in fourth, and Dr. X battling with Ryan in fifth place. Sip Chillin' still pushing the lead here as they go to the first major turn. Oddmed to the outside, Sip Chillin' towards the middle. We're going to see who has a better line. Sip Chillin' going to stumble just a little bit. Oddmed with a good swing to the outhand side. It looks like they've got a good boost of speed, and Oddmed's closing the gap on Sip Chillin' very quickly here as they go through into this second straightaway. Coming up in third, it's Fat Angel, Why My Name in fourth, but they're starting to fall further behind. It looks like it might just come down to Sip Chillin' and Oddmed. Oddmed's been leading the way the entire time, but they're starting to look a little tired, and Oddmed, who's been here before, knows how to pace themselves, and the experience coming through on Oddmed. I said I'd put my money on Oddmed, and this is exactly why, as they make a good line through the second minor turn. Sip Chillin' tries to cut him off through the middle, but they've missed the line, and Oddmed's just going to boost ahead into first place with now a good 15 marble length lead. Sip Chillin' in second. Dr. X and Why My Name nowhere to be seen in the competition. Looks like it's all down to Oddmed and Sip Chillin' as they go through the final major turn. Oddmed to the inside, Sip Chillin' to the outside. It's going to be a race of the ages, ladies and gentlemen. The veteran versus the newcomer, trying to make it happen here on the 20th Dectuple Bandana race. Now it comes down to the final turn. Oddmed gets a bad line to the outside. Sip Chillin' makes a move towards the inside. Both of them coming down to the final straightaway, and Oddmed and Sip Chillin' are going to be neck and neck as they crash out to the outside line. Oh no, Oddmed crumples again. It happened once before, and it was a foretelling of what was to come. And Oddmed's car, structurally compromised from their first crash, crumpling them in half, has crumpled a second time as it crashes to the outside bend. And Sip Chillin' is going to be the victor for the 20th Dectuple Bandana. Oddmed scrapes across the line. Happened twice in one night. They should have just gotten an entirely new vehicle. They thought they could buff out the bend, but it structurally compromised their vehicle, and it cost them the race, and Sip Chillin' capitalizes on the final turn. What a turn of events to see the veteran fall to an otherwise good performance.